Hello.
Okay.
Again,
So
part two.
Yeah, part two.
Bingo bongo.
Are we going to talk about Lego Movie now?
So no one enjoyed it. All three of us, or four, I don't remember if Quint was there, we all agreed it was terrible. We would not watch it again. And it was just very annoying.
See, based on these discussions and discussions I've had in the past about movies, do you know what I learned that I'm not going to do about movies?
What?
I'm not going to watch trailers. I'm going to avidly not watch trailers. Like the new Deadpool movie that's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
The Marvel Deadpool movie. I love Deadpool. I think he's an amazing character. I'm not going to watch a single trailer.
I didn't know there was trailers already.
Well,
it's going to be Ryan Reynolds, right?
Yeah, it's going to be
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds.
I don't know how I feel about
There
it.
was some test footage that I did watch, and it was pretty great.
Test footage?
Yeah, like to make sure that it would work before it was actually a movie, like before they actually announced it. But that was amazing, and I'm not gonna watch anything else. Like,
I don't want to watch anything either. I want to be like Ant-Man.
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen anything about Ant-Man.
I think it's going to be a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're not into superhero movies, I think it'll be a good movie.
Go see Ant-Man.
Kind of like the Avengers. Like, the Avengers isn't...
I haven't seen the first Avengers, but I kind of dug the second one.
You would like the first one more.
Well, yeah, I would imagine.
The second one wasn't as good. It's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
But
Not the best movie.
I'm just glad that they're going to keep Quicksilver dead.
No spoilers.
Or alive, whoever he
Whatever happened to him? That's
He fell
what
off a
happened.
cliff very aggressively with... So, spoiler alert. Spoiler. Avengers spoiler. I think it was Hawkeye. About to get shot.
Oh, the hot guy?
Yeah, the hot guy. About to get shot. Quicksilver runs in front of him, pushes a car in front, I think.
He's just,
And
"Whoa!"
it blocks a machine gun that goes off. Like... kind of machine gun?
Yeah. Well, I would
And he
imagine it'd
took
be like,
he took a couple of those bullets.
yeah, a couple of them. I'd say 2 or 3.
He's dead now.
Spoilers.
And they did confirm he will stay dead.
That's fantastic.
Also, you ever seen Kick-Ass?
I'd have, yeah.
He's Quicksilver.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. That accent's pretty good.
Oh, yeah. I love Kick-Ass.
I do too.
Kick-Ass was a great movie.
Isn't there two?
There was a 2. I didn't like it as much.
I don't know if I've seen it.
It wasn't great. Kick-Ass could have been it should have been just standalone.
That's what bugs me. There's so many good standalone movies that get remade or sequels because they made a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like The Incredibles probably made so much money.
Cars. We talked about all the money that Cars made.
Did it make a whole lot? I know there's a lot of merchandise
There was a whole
for it,
lot
so
of merchandise. I don't know if the movie made as much, but the merchandising is really easy for Cars.
Oh, yeah, it's a car. It's a
Mhm.
car.
Yeah. You can't really merchandise easier than a car.
Right. Like, I think what they did right about The Incredibles is they waited so long.
Mm-hmm. With Cars, it was an immediate sequel.
It was like, oh, they made a lot of money. Give them a year.
Let's do another one.
What do you mean? What, another one what?
Cars.
Okay.
The first movie, I thought it was a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
I thoroughly enjoyed the Cars one.
I didn't think it was that great.
I think it was a pretty good movie. But it totally could have ended there.
Yeah.
Did not need a second
What
one.
else do they do that with?
What?
What else do they do that with? They do it yearly.
Finding Nemo.
Well, they're going to do that, but they waited longer than they did with Cars. Or, not the Cars, but
I still don't think
The
it's
Incredibles.
needed.
See,
I don't know the plot, it's going to be Finding Dory, but
Yeah.
it's like really neat.
See, I liked Finding Nemo. I'm probably going to watch Finding Dory. I'm not going
Well,
to
yeah,
watch
you
Cars.
gotta watch it.
See, I've seen most Pixar movies. The ones that I haven't seen are Cars 2 and Brave. And I heard Cars 2 was garbage. And I haven't
Yeah.
heard that great of things about Brave. And so I'm fine just being with that.
Right.
I loved every other Pixar movie I saw. I saw Inside Out on Friday, opening night. I want to talk about that real quick.
I've never seen it, so I guess I just have to listen.
I'm not going to talk about the movie. I'm going to talk about the experience. When I went to see Inside Out, I went to see it at the 7:10 showing. 7:10 showing on opening night at a mall movie theater.
Okay.
Not even a big movie theater. I'm not going to say the name for internet purposes.
Right.
So when I saw that movie, My girlfriend and I, Julianne, she'll be on the podcast soon, probably. We go in, and we sit down.
Hard thing.
Excuse me? You'll be here too.
Okay. I was gonna say, you ain't
Yeah.
leaving me out.
No.
Like a guest.
Yeah, she'll be a guest. And so we sit down. We're like the first couple people in the theater. Because we waited there. We bought our tickets like hours early because we wanted to make sure it wouldn't get sold out. It wouldn't have gotten sold out.
Oh.
We get our food. We sit in there. We're like one of the first 4 or 5 people there. And before the movie starts, they show like the Pixar short. And then everyone walks in. And within the concepts of the movie theater, or like the confinements of the movie theater, there was one family with one mother and 7 kids, all around the same age. 4 12-year-old girls. One family behind us with 1 child, which was fine. They weren't a problem. But it seemed like every person thought that Inside Out, at opening night, at 7:10, should be their child's first movie-going experience. Not midday on like a Thursday. It'd be fine. No. Opening night. That's the big problem. And so...
You mean like... So you're saying like a bunch of kids are like, what's happening? Like...
No. Like, I'm talking like every 10, 15 minutes, I would hear the mother of 7 go like, hey, shut up, we're watching the movie. And there was this one point in the middle of the movie, like a pretty important scene in the movie. This one kid, I'm going to say this.
Stands up and peas.
This is great!
No, it was a black family. And this one kid, he had like a big afro. Not really like
That's
a big,
sweet.
Yeah, maybe like a...
I got you.
Maybe like a that afro. He stands up, he's a couple rows in front of us, takes up a good 5% of the screen, like in the middle of the screen. He just stands up for like 4 minutes.
Just stand.
Yeah, just stands. And his mom's like, hey, sit down. I don't remember what his name was. And I'm like, sit down. And he was like standing there for like 4 minutes. And then he sits down. And then people were like getting up. There was a good 10 minutes where I think it was the 4 or 12-year-old girls who were just throwing popcorn in the air. Like, up into the air. Just no reason. Yeah, like that.
They weren't even trying to catch it. They were just...
No. Just throwing it. Oh my god. And the floor was sticky. I got out of there, and I looked at the bottom of my shoe, because I was walking in the mall, and it was still sticky. And so I get home, and I take off my shoe, and I look at it. It looked like somebody had melted an orange gummy bear and just put it on my shoe. Not even gum. It looked like a gummy bear.
Probably was.
It probably was. It was one of the worst movie-going experiences I've ever had.
Gonna tell you my 2 best ones.
Yeah. Good movie, though.
Well, alright, so I went and saw Jurassic World recently.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna talk about the movie.
Is it a good movie? Would I like it if I haven't seen the first 3? Or
Yeah,
the first one?
probably. I mean, if you've seen this one or any of the other ones, you've seen them all.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
First spoilers.
But I just like... So I'm sitting there watching the movie. I hear a whoosh noise. I kind of look over.
Mhm.
And there's it's like the middle rows and the 2 outer ones
Mhm.
with hallways in between. I see people reaching down, and I'm like, oh, they must have dropped their drink. And I just look, and I just see a stream of pop going underneath all the seats, all the way down, all the way to the front. So think about that guy who's got to clean that in between all of them.
Also, at Inside Out, we got up because we were waiting for the end credit sequence, because sometimes
Right.
there are end credit sequences. We were the only people there. We get about 75% of the way through the credits. The guy who stood up in the movie theater, he and his brother, they come in and they look in the theater. It's all bright. We're the only 2 there. And he says, "Are there people still watching the movie?" We're like, "Yeah, we're watching the movie." And that was it. And so
Can't tell me
we stay till the end of the credits, and we stand up, and we look. It looked like somebody took a large popcorn and just sprinkled it in the halls. Like, it was all one row, and no one was even sitting in that row. It was ridiculous. I don't know how they did it. But it was disgusting. It wasn't really disgusting. It was just rude.
Right.
Yeah.
So my other good story is the first time I saw The Incredibles
Mhm.
in theater.
Mm-hmm.
Me, my grandpa, my brother.
What's that? Keep going.
You're concerning me.
It's gonna let my teeth get done.
Even my grandpa, my brother.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty close. It was like the second or third day it was out.
Mm-hmm.
And that was such a great movie, right? So you
Mhm.
figured it'd be really packed.
Fantastic.
Walk in. Only people in the theater. We sit in the corner, the movie starts, 10 minutes in, we're still the only people in that theater. And it was Craft 8.
Oh, man.
Like, it's a nicer theater.
It's a really nice theater.
No one. It was so nice, because we could talk.
Mm-hmm.
We could talk about the movie.
I had something.
It was just
I had something kind of like
such a.
that.
It was such a strange experience. Because you know, usually, we're gonna be the ones, and there's usually that guy comes in. There's usually that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Only ones being by yours. It's so weird. I recommend it someday. Try to find a terrible movie that no one wants to watch, and just try to get it on a really bad time.
That happened to me. My family and I. There were three of us. My mom, my sister, and I.
Oh,
We could do a third parter about movies, about movie going experiences if we need to. And it was my mom, my sister, and I. We went to go see Spy Kids 4.
You saw that?
I did. It was so bad. I want to watch it with you, just because it was so bad.
I kind of do want to watch.
I think
that.
it's on Netflix. We should watch it one day.
But do we have the scratch and sniffs?
No. One of the scratch and sniffs is when the baby poos his pants. It was like, oh, scratch off number 6 and smell it. No! No, I'm not gonna do that. That's a dumb idea. Oh, I'm just gonna actively smell baby poo. No! Don't do that. Bad choice. Bad shame on
What
you.
is the plot?
I don't know. I don't even think it had a plot. It was ridiculous.
One of those kind of movies,
Yeah, kinda. So we go in.
like Frozen.
We're like the we're like the only three people in the theater. And it was a bad movie. Like bad. And
I feel like we
so
don't look at the camera enough. I
I
feel like we
know.
just stare at each other and just chat.
well, because we're having a conversation.
Yeah, but I feel like we're just actively just talking and recording ourselves.
And so we're the only people in the theater. And so like the ending of the movie comes up. Where like the villain's
No
plot
way.
the villain's plot is revealed. I don't even remember what the revelation was. But
I'm gonna kill you.
but my mom reaches to like she reaches over to me and we're the only people in the theater and she says
Quote unquote.
and she says, your sister needs to go to the bathroom and so do I. We're just gonna go. I want you to stay here and tell us what happens in this movie. I was the only person in Spy Kids 4 for the last 10 minutes of the movie.
That's
And
gotta be very weird being by yourself
it was
completely.
so weird. And I had to pee the entire time.
Like,
I was
I
sitting there,
can't miss this.
Like, I was literally grabbing the armrest and rocking back and forth. I had to pee so bad. It was probably the hardest I've ever had to pee. It was
But I
weird.
bet you didn't pee long though.
I didn't. It was really weird.
It's like I gotta pee so bad. Oh, like shit.
Whatever.
Great.
Do you have any other movie-going experiences?
Movie going experiences. Not really. I don't really have a lot of weird movies.
I can
We can talk about Unfriended.
I liked Unfriended.
I think it wasn't a great movie, quality,
Mhm.
but the realism was very on point.
It was a very impressive movie to
It was
watch.
very on point. It was very to us,
Mhm.
teenagers.
See,
Adult movie, no.
it was one of the first horror movies I've seen, and I absolutely loved it.
Right.
Like, I loved how creative it was. Like, it was a very
New.
well-done
It was-
movie. It was a new movie.
Right.
It was one that I've never seen before. Like, the concept.
it
was
was so new. I've never seen it before.
It was the concept of a movie that I've never seen before.
Right.
It was great, though. I loved it.
I think it was very. The way it was all on, cause see, like people said it was all on computer, and they tried to deter you from that.
Mm-hmm.
I think because it was all on computer, that
Mhm.
made it even more like real.
Mm-hmm. One sec. Oh, we're going to stop this right here. We're going to go on to part 3. We're going to talk about more movie-going experiences. We're going to talk a little bit about Unfriended and other stuff. Bye!